Hi, my name is Tim Newbert. I work for Aseculap, and we wanted to spend some time to talk to you about a project that we're going to be working on over the course of the next several months, whereby what we will be doing is looking at sets that are currently wrapped, and basically are going to be looking to see what we can do to put those into a rigid container. So in essence what we're doing is we're changing the method of packaging from a sterility perspective, one from disposable moving to one that is reusable, and I can only say is that we are extremely excited to be here. So what I can tell you is that the container that we have from Aseculap is very similar to the container that you have from Genesis. There are just some minor differences that we will briefly talk about. Again, it works pretty much exactly the same way as your Genesis pan in that you will have a lock in conjunction with an indicator card. The card will have an indicator strip that when not sterile will be yellow. Once it's gone through the autoclave, that yellow will turn to black. The lock itself will be one that will not have an indicator. It will be what we will call universal, so that we can use that lock with different sterilization forms, that either being steam or stare-rad. But in essence, it works very similar to the Genesis pan. The lock is a little bit different. What you have right now, I believe, is a white arrow. This will actually be a blue lock. Okay. So when it comes into the operating room, this will be closed like so. Again, your indicator card will be here on this side. That will then have, again, a black looking visual color. When you bring it into the operating room, to break the lock, what I recommend is you just take your hand, put it over the latch, just pull up on the latch, remove the lock. In essence, then you're able to remove the lid. And the actual filters, instead of them being square, will be circular. The retention plate is universal, so there aren't two different styles, there's just one style. And it's a function of just taking your two fingers, clicking on the two latches that will then allow you to remove the filter retention plate. You can then pull the filter off of the peg, hold it up to the light just to make sure that there are not any holes, and once you are assured of that, you're good to go. There will be filter retention plates and filters in both the lid and in the bottom. So if for whatever reason, if you would open the pan and you would see that there was not a filter in the bottom of the pan, or if any of these retention plates were not seated, meaning that they were sitting in the basket like such, then you basically have a set that is not sterile. So it would have to be sent back downstairs. So again, the functionality is the same. It's just a little bit of a difference in terms of the type of filter, the type of the lock, and the indicator card as well. What we will initially be doing is working on your trauma sets to move the actual set, in this particular case from Synthes. So the Synthes tray itself will just be placed inside the container with a lid over the top. We're not talking about taking the components of that Synthes tray and making any changes. So once you open the tray, you would then be able to remove your Synthes tray directly from the pan. That will also hold true with other orthopedic trays. The process that we're going to be using is one where we will identify some specific areas. We will work on those, and like I said, in this particular case, it's going to be trauma. We will then move those sets into rigid containers and then look, for a next phase. So as we go through this process, if there are any sets that are problematic in the sense that you see a lot of holes in those particular areas, or if it's a set that's just something you want to change, by all means we're open to any suggestions. There's a perfect opportunity during this project to possibly look at trays and maybe either do a tray consolidation or possibly take some instruments out, put others in, whatever the case may be. We will be here. But we will more than likely start the process once everybody is fully in-serviced and educated. I think we're looking at the early to mid part of January. And then, like I said, we will work through this process probably over the course of the next 3 to 4 months. So you will see my happy face, again, working on what we consider to be a wonderful opportunity. We're going to be working at all of the facilities, trying to create a standardized process and workflow. And again, it's something that we're extremely excited about. So with that, thank you very much and have a wonderful day.